Hi, I'm John Eliason. Today we're talking to Chad. He's one of the sales managers at our company here. And what are we talking about today?
Well, John, I wanted to ask you, as I work with new salespeople, a lot of times they get very anxious and they're willing to do whatever the merchant is asking them to do to jump through all of those hoops. Can you talk a little bit about their schedule versus what the merchant wants them to do and how to handle that?
Yeah, and I get that. I've seen it a whole bunch of times, and basically what the scenario is often it's a new salesperson, and they just aren't experienced yet enough to know that it's a two-way street. Sometimes customers can be awfully demanding. And sometimes they'll want everything under the sun, even though they don't know exactly what they're asking. And sometimes, like you said before, there's no chase to it. People need a little back and forth, and if you just cave, if they ask for whatever they ask for, you say not a problem, not a problem, not a problem. It's like, there's needs to be some little bit of resistance in there, just for our basic psychology for this back and forth barter sales process to make sense. One of the things I used to do, and I think this is a good example. One of the things I used to do is I used to typically call and make an appointment, and then I'd go out. And when I was setting up, in that call, they go, yeah, I want to get together. I go, great. And I always give them an A/B. What works better, Tuesday or Thursday? And they go, well, Tuesday. And I go, great. What works better, morning or afternoon? And they go, I can do 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I go, afternoon is good for me too. And by the way, I may not have anything going on that week, but I'm making it sound like we're fitting into each other's schedule, right? And they go, 3 o'clock. I'm down in kind of in your neck of the woods at 3, but I'm not able to do 3. I can either do like 2:20 or I can do like 3:50. What works better for you? Because I know that's a simple little thing, and they go, 3:50 will work fine. Good. We're getting together when I want us to get together, and that's all about control. And it's not that you want to dominate them and all that kind of thing, but you do want them to get used to doing what you want them to do, right? Because you want to lead them to the sale, which is going to be mutually beneficial. You're not selling them something that's bad for them. But in order to help them get what they want, you have to get them on the right mental track of letting you lead them to where you want them to go, which is you'll discover what's best for them based on the choices that you have. It's a huge thing. I sold one comes to mind, an extremely big sale, and they were asking me to, I had given them some information, just enough to close the deal, not so much them giving them all kinds of crazy stuff that they're going to spend a lot of time researching. But in the meantime of doing this, somebody else from the company contacted a competitor of mine, and my contact at the company said, hey, can you, they sent us this, can you now lay out a complete side-by-side proposal? And I said, let me ask you. Let me ask you, what I think what you're looking for is this, right? Da-da-da-da-da. And when taking a quick look at what they've got, ours is better for these couple reasons. And we can lay them out, but rather than me putting a side-to-side proposal together, why don't we do this? Why don't we just get on a quick conference call? It'll take me 2 minutes for me to point at this, that, and the other thing. Where on their proposal, it's not really making as much sense as it sounds like it's making. But rather than put together a proposal and get it over to you, and you try to figure out what even I'm proposing, why don't I just point to a couple quick things? Oh, that sounds even better. Because what I'm doing is I'm taking things off their plate. By them asking me to, put together a proposal, which I hate to do. I don't want to do it. It takes time. And then I'm going to have to explain it to them, and they're going to go, oh, and then maybe they'll take it away and talk to somebody else about it. No. Let's do this. You're leading them again to something that makes the greatest amount of sense for them, because they don't want. Do they want me to put a proposal on their plate that they've got to figure out how to look at, or do they really want the bottom line of what really? Do they want me to help them find what's best for them?
Right.
Yeah, they want me to help. So instead of, because they don't know, they've never done what I do. They don't know they should be asking what they should be asking for. So sometimes you've got to grab the reins and help them do what's best for them. And sometimes that's on my terms. But you have to do it in a creative way that doesn't make it sound like you're dragging them. You're just leading them. A little bit of finesse in doing that. But it's really, I found, a very, very important way to start a relationship or even to wrap it up in the second example.